Greetings, this is your God State check-in. And the question of the day is, do you trust yourself enough? That's what we're talking about today. We got a request for a Rampage video. Thank you. Whoever suggested that, wonderful idea. I've done a Rampage. Well, first of all, I do Rampages all the time, but I've only recorded a Rampage, I think, last year. It's titled something to the effect of how to get yourself out of a rut in 10 minutes or 7 minutes or something like that. But I think it's a good practice to get to what is a Rampage for those of you who are not familiar. Rampage is when you go crazy on yourself. It's really a hype session. It's a getting in this mindset, in this zone that I am that I am. Like you really just lock in and you just shooting that thing bar after bar after bar after bar after bar. Yeah. It's like you could say it's almost like a prayer session on steroids, because a prayer should be an affirmation, right? It shouldn't be a begging session. So that's along the lines. You really just speaking power to yourself. You are speaking, you're putting yourself on the throne and speaking only from that perspective. I like that. I like that. So yeah, shout out to whoever made that recommendation. Let's do it. I trust myself enough. I trust myself enough to trust me. Let's just start there. I trust myself enough to trust me. I trust myself enough never to lead me astray. I trust myself enough never to let me down. I trust myself enough to get me where I'm going. I trust myself enough never to settle for less. I trust myself enough to get the job done. I trust myself enough to not only hear the call, but to yield to it. I trust myself enough to walk away from anything that I know is no longer in alignment with me, and to make no apologies for it. I trust myself to turn and to never look back and to never feel guilty about it. I trust myself enough to choose me and to never have regrets. I trust myself enough to love me. I trust myself enough to be loved. I trust myself enough not to settle for less. I trust myself enough to step out even if I got to do so by myself. I trust myself enough to take that first step and to take that leap even if I can't at that moment see the way through. I trust myself enough to have my back. I trust myself enough to get it done. I trust myself enough not to second guess myself. I trust myself enough to come through when I need it. I trust myself enough to get it done. I trust myself enough to heal myself. I trust myself enough to be my provider, to be my protector, to be my lover, to be my homie, to be my friend. I trust myself enough to be everything that I could ever possibly need. I just trust myself enough. I trust myself enough to keep my word to myself. I trust myself enough not to turn back. Not this time. I trust myself enough to answer the call. Yeah, that call that I hear, I trust myself enough. I trust myself enough to know it got to be me. Can't nobody hear it the way I can hear it. Can't nobody see it the way I see it. So I trust myself enough to know that it's me. I'm the one. Yeah, it's me. Yeah. I trust myself enough to know I'm source. Yeah, check me. Look in the footnotes, you're going to see me. When they say cite your sources, Rook the Great, bitch. I trust myself enough to be enough. I trust myself enough to put my foot down and stand on it, to say my way is the only way. I trust myself enough to be the authority. I trust myself enough not to second guess myself. I trust myself enough not to doubt my word. No, I trust myself enough not to question the inner pulling, that thing that draws me, that thing that stirs me. I trust myself enough to trust that. I trust myself to yield. I'm going to yield to that great force that's seeking expression through me. I'm going to trust myself enough to allow myself to be used as a vessel. I'm going to trust myself enough not to necessarily see all the ways, to know all the single steps. But I trust myself enough to know that, yeah, this is the way. Yeah, my way is the right way. I trust myself enough to know that I can't get it wrong. I trust myself enough to know that I never betray me. I never send me the wrong direction. Never. I trust myself enough to know my heart will always keep me covered. I trust myself enough to choose the right person, to choose the right people, to move to the right places, to do whatever it is that I need to do. I trust me to make the right decision. I trust me enough not to second guess myself. No, I trust me enough to put me on the throne. Yeah. I trust me enough to put me on the pedestal. Yeah, I'm going to trust me enough to make me the authority. I'm going to trust me enough to make my word the final say. I trust myself enough to know that I'm the one. I trust myself enough not to second guess. I trust myself enough to decide that I don't need nothing else and I don't need nobody else. Not to get it done, I don't. No, I'm trusting myself enough. The things, the people, that's cool. But when it's all said and done, I know what to do. I trust myself enough to stop asking questions. I don't need no more answers because I am the answers. I trust myself enough to know that I'm the answer. I trust myself enough to know that I'm the key. I trust myself to know that I'm the template. I'm the blueprint. How the hell can anybody else tell me what's the right way when I'm the blueprint? What? Trust myself enough to know that I came through to usher in something new. This is something they ain't seen before. I trust me enough to know that I'm the only one that need to see it. The only one. I trust myself enough to know that I'm the confirmation. The vision. I saw it, you didn't. You ain't got to understand. That's not required. I trust myself enough to be God. I trust myself enough to be the Most High. I trust myself enough to lean on me. I trust myself enough to listen and to follow suit. I trust myself enough to get it done. I trust myself enough to not second guess myself. I trust myself enough to give life everything that I got, to not hold back, to love completely. I trust myself enough. I'm going to bear it all. I trust myself enough to risk it all. Yeah. I will risk it all. Why? Because I trust myself enough. I trust myself enough to know that I can't get it wrong. No matter what step that I take, I trust myself enough to know I ain't never late. Never. Could never be late. Impossibility. And I don't even believe in impossibilities. You understand what I'm saying? I trust myself enough to know that I'm the one. I trust myself enough to know that when I speak, they listen. Why you out here begging people to listen to you? No. I trust myself enough to know when I speak, they listen. I trust myself enough to know that I'm the way, I'm the light, I'm the truth. I trust myself enough to know I can't get it wrong. I trust myself enough to know that my heart would never mislead me. Never, ever. I trust myself enough to know my body would never turn against me. Ever. It'll never fail me. I trust myself enough to know that nature, me and nature, we get down like that. Nature would never turn against me. I trust myself enough to know that when I step into the world and come in peace, the world comes in peace. I trust myself enough to know that I'm my protection. I'm my covering. I trust myself enough to know can't no danger come to me. No, I trust myself enough to know that I'm going to be in the right place at the right time. I trust myself enough to know that I'm going to always know what to do and when to do. I'm going to always know what to do, when to do. I'm going to always know when to move. I'm going to always know when to turn. I'm going to always know when to pump my brakes. Why? Because I trust myself enough not to second guess myself. I trust myself enough to make me the authority. I trust myself enough to be my own healer, to be my own guide. To be my own God. I trust myself enough to know that what I say goes. I trust myself enough to know that I can't get it wrong. I trust myself enough to know I can't get it wrong. I trust myself enough to know I can't get it wrong. I trust myself to know that anything that I've done up until this point, it don't mean jack shit unless I say so. I trust myself enough to know that all things work in my favor. I trust myself enough to know that only good comes to me. I trust myself enough to know that I'm always good and I'm gonna always be good. I trust myself enough to know that anybody can leave, anybody can step, and I still am that I am. I trust myself enough to know that anything could pass away. Anything could leave. I could so-called lose anything, and I still am that I am. I trust myself enough to know that my mind is what creates. I trust myself enough to know that my mind is my reality. I trust myself enough to know that I'm the Alpha and the Omega. I'm the beginning and the end. I have the final say so. I trust myself enough to know that life and death is in the power of my tongue. I trust myself enough to know that my tongue, they ain't nothing but them thoughts. They ain't nothing but my mind. I trust myself enough to know that the mind of man is nothing but the mouth of God. I trust myself to know that that's how I speak. I speak with complete power and authority because I trust myself enough to know I don't need no confirmation. I don't need no cosign. I don't need you to understand. I don't need you to get down with it. I trust myself enough to know that I'm enough. I trust myself enough to know that I'm worthy. I trust myself to know that I'm qualified. I ain't got to have whatever credentials that the world giving out. Who qualified me? Me. I trust what? I trust myself enough to know that I qualify me. I'm the one signing the credentials on me. I said that I was ready. I trust myself enough to know that I'm ready right now. I trust myself enough to know that I don't need nothing else. I trust myself enough to know that right now I'm capable, I'm willing, and I'm able. I trust myself enough to know that I'm confident, I'm sure. I trust myself enough to know that I'm ready now. I don't need no more. I don't need no more reps. I'm good. No more hours. Right now, I trust myself enough to know that here and now is all that there is. I trust myself enough to get it done. I trust myself enough to know that I will never, ever, ever, ever settle for the world story. I trust myself enough to know even I can't stop me. I trust myself enough to know that I got to be great. I can't be anything other than. I trust myself enough to know that I'm destined for greatness. I trust myself enough to know that I can't settle for nothing less than best. I can't. I just can't. I trust myself enough to be willing to walk away from anything and anybody. I trust myself enough not to second guess myself. I trust myself enough to love on me deeply. I trust myself enough to know that as long as I got me, I'm good. I trust myself enough to know that I'm all the power that I need, that I'm the only power. There is no one else. I trust myself enough to know that I run this motherfucker. Okay? I'm telling you what's going to get done. I'm going to tell you how it's going to get done because I trust myself enough to put myself in the driver's seat. I trust myself enough. I ain't running shotgun no more. Nah. I ain't in the back seat no more. I trust myself enough, yeah, to step forward, to take my rightful place, to tell this world you belong to me, to tell this world you will bow to me, to tell life you ain't got no other choice but to give me what I want. You ain't got no other choice but to show me what I want to see. You ain't got no other choice but to unfold all of the highest and best scenarios and possibilities for me. I trust myself to know I only experience the best. I trust myself enough to know that I'm blessed and highly favored. I'll take that. Thank you. I trust myself enough to know that I ain't got to live in fear. I ain't got to live in fear. I ain't got to live in fear. I trust myself enough to know I ain't got to be worried about anything. I trust myself enough to know I ain't got to be stressed out about anything. I trust myself enough to know that there's a stillness within me that's my guide. It and I are one. I trust myself enough not to second guess it. I trust myself enough not to perform for other people. Not anymore. I trust myself enough to choose myself, not be ashamed of that, not to feel guilty about that, not to have regrets about that. Never second guessing, choosing myself. I trust myself enough to know that I'ma always position me in the best spot. Even if I don't quite understand how certain things are unfolding, I trust myself enough to know that it all works in my favor. I trust myself enough to know that all things work together for good. I trust myself enough to know that only good comes to me. I trust myself enough to know that I am loved and I am loved and I am made to be loved. You understand me? I trust myself enough to know that me and money are one. I trust myself enough to know that I am abundant. I trust myself enough to know that it's impossible for me to be cut off from anything, that only all that is good and is perfect is made for me. I trust myself enough to know that I am the best, so I draw the best and I experience the best. I trust myself to know, enough to know that it's me. I'm the one. I trust myself. I trust myself. Do you trust yourself? Huh? Do you trust yourself? What do you say to yourself? What do you trust yourself enough to be? What do you trust yourself enough to do? How do you, don't talk me to death. Move, baby. Show life what you're working with. Put life to work for you. You make every knee bow. You make every tongue confess that you the great. That you the God. That is you determining what your life will be like. I trust myself enough not to give a damn what running my family. I ain't got nothing to do with me. I trust myself enough to know that my true family are those who align in mind and spirit. Yeah. I trust myself enough not to be too afraid to close one life out and to start anew. I trust myself enough to burn this shit down as many times as necessary. I trust myself enough to start over as many times as necessary. I trust myself enough to know that I can't get it wrong. Ain't no wasted time. Whatever I was doing was what I wanted to do, whether I was conscious of it or not. So I trust myself enough that it's enough to know that it's still good. It's good, baby. It's good. I trust myself enough to know that every day in every way I get better and better. I trust myself enough to know that life just keeps getting better and better. I trust myself enough to know that life is easy. Love is easy. Abundance is easy. Well-being is easy. Health is easy. Well-being is easy. It's all easy. Do you trust yourself? That's the question of the day, good people. Do you trust yourself? Because when you trust yourself, you will tell yourself what it's going to be, and you will stand on it, and you'll keep coming back to the truth every single time. This is who I am now. I don't doubt myself. I don't second guess myself. I don't question myself. I can't get it wrong. That's all I know. That's all I see. Tunnel vision. I don't know what any of you other bozos are talking about. That's the vibe you got to come with. I don't know what y'all talking about. All I know is for me and mine, what's that verse? As for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. This your house right here. Your consciousness is your house. All that is good, all that is perfect, that's what you're supposed to be serving. All that is good, all that is perfect, all that is in your favor. Creating the reality that, yes, the oasis that everybody is, reading about and hoping for, the utopia, you create that. You got to trust yourself enough to know that you determine what the world is going to look like, not the other way around. Yeah. Do you trust yourself? Think about it. Peace.